Mr. Gumble, you're upsetting me.
Barney Gumble has long been one of the most recognizable background characters in The Simpsons, known for his slurred speech, disheveled appearance, and ever-present beer mug. On the surface, he's often reduced to comic relief, Springfield's resident drunk, a human punchline. But beneath the belches and the barstool lies one of the show's most unexpectedly complex and heartbreaking characters. Over the decades, Barney's story has evolved from a one-note gag to a surprisingly realistic portrayal of addiction and relapse, an arc that has become even more emotionally resonant in recent seasons. Barney's battle with alcoholism has never followed a neat narrative arc. His first serious attempt at sobriety came in Season 11, Episode 18, Days of Wine and Dough, where a humiliating incident forces him to reckon with his addiction. The episode ends on an uplifting note. Barney sobers up, enrolls in helicopter flying school, and genuinely seems to be turning his life around. Yet, in true Simpsons fashion, this new path is short-lived. By Season 13, Homer pressures him into drinking again, and by Season 14, Barney is once more a fixture at Moe's Tavern, beer in hand. His relapse isn't treated with the gravity it perhaps deserves, played more for laughs than pathos, but the seeds of a deeper story are there. In the more recent Simpsons episodes, particularly Season 30 SXS, The Last Man Expanding, and The Man Who Flew Too Much, Barney's sobriety is revisited in a more grounded way. In Episode 12, he once again gives up alcohol, this time re-entering his role as a helicopter pilot. But tragedy strikes when he's stranded in freezing conditions after a crash, an ordeal that pushes him to relapse. The following episode reveals him sober again, thanks to a fictional weight loss and anti-alcohol drug called Othinquick, a clear parody of Ozempic. The drug not only transforms Barney's appearance, but also eliminates his desire to drink. On the surface, this may seem like a cartoonish, almost too easy solution. However, it serves as a metaphor for the lengths people will go to in their pursuit of stability, and the fact that, for many addicts, the desire to change must be constantly renewed and reevaluated. It's tempting to view these developments as just another example of The Simpsons' infamous inconsistency. After all, the show's canon has become increasingly elastic, a term executive producer Matt Selman himself has used. Homer's job, the family's backstory, and even the character's ages shift depending on the needs of each episode. Barney's sobriety, or lack thereof, could easily be dismissed as part of this narrative looseness. Yet in Barney's case, the inconsistency feels oddly appropriate. Addiction is not a linear path. People relapse, they get better, they fall again, they find new hope, then lose it, then find it once more. The cyclical nature of Barney's sobriety isn't just a quirk of cartoon storytelling. It mirrors the real-world struggles of those battling substance abuse. His repeated attempts at getting clean and his repeated failures underscore the heartbreaking truth that recovery is a lifelong process, not a one-time event. What makes Barney's arc particularly tragic is the way his potential continually surfaces only to be buried again. The few times he sobers up, we see glimpses of the man he could be, intelligent, capable, even noble. His helicopter pilot training, his brief moments of clarity, and his desire to be more than just a drunk suggest that under different circumstances, Barney could have led a profoundly different life. But time and again, he's pulled back into his old patterns, sometimes by personal failure, sometimes by the enabling behaviors of those around him, especially Homer. In a show that thrives on absurdity and satire, Barney Gumble stands out as a deeply human character. While much of The Simpsons is built on reset buttons and cartoon physics, Barney reminds us that some wounds don't heal in 22 minutes. His story, far from being a throwaway subplot, is a surprisingly honest depiction of the pain, resilience, and slow, stumbling hope that comes with addiction.